I sailed the seas. I walked the worlds.
Who's this guy?
Oh, how nice it is of you.
Eglin
The very
Deer.
picture of youth, to break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you. O sapling rose, O leaf of spring. For my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy kind ministrations.
Yorkshireman says, bollocks, what do you want? Tell me more about yourself.
I am but an aged elf that has seen the years parade in long succession. Gladly shall I tell you more. Will I regale thee, O whelp of men, with my tale? But not here, where the winds may steal my words.
And this assistance you asked?
You would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder, oh budding flower of the morn. Yet that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature. So let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny.
I'm beginning to regret asking this guy. What's he selling? A slow down arrowhead. Air resistance, poison resistance, a thunderbolt grenade. I don't think we have the money to play with at the moment. Go on then.
Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
This guy sounds like a playwright to me. You know how in murder mysteries it's always the least suspected person? I think he's going to be a maniac. That's what I think, and it's going to be a trap. So I think he's just telling me to go there. Which is alright, okay, so we don't have to go now. I haven't seen this back end of this city at all, so it's quite nice. Oh, let's go and get the mushrooms. The hell is that? Oh, it's just a wild dog. Oh, that's alright. A suspicious mound for the shovel. I'm grave robbing. I dug up a bone pile. An empty one. What's
Here
this
lies
say?
Gregory, whose wife told him so. Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. I want to go home.
That voice. Oh. Ooh. How much bone robbing do we want to do?
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated. Perhaps he wants to tell us.
I need someone with... Right, we'll come back to this. I've got to get that pet speech thing. BBC presenter voiceover. It sounded like that, actually. Can I add a marker to the map? Zoom in. Custom marker. Okay. A custom marker, but I don't know how I can add one to it. Oh, I just clicked a lot. Hang on. Dog. Okay. That'll remind us. Whisperwood. Oh, well, I've skanked it. I didn't intend pressing that, but I've skanked it. And we've found... Legionnaire. What's this place? Doesn't say. This is the...
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
The northwest gate. Should we take the walls? Magic bullet. Oh, we've got to have a go. Can we have a go? Use. No? Won't let us? Won't let us.
Did it sprout legs and run away?
Quite like exploring this. It's quite nice. It's a lot more chilled out now that we're away from the hustle and bustle of the middle. Which is kind of where I need to be, but... Is that a shortcut through there? No. I'm feeling I'm running into a dead end down here. Oh, nice. Actually, we can have a look in. What the hell? Some guy chasing a chicken round his... Looks like someone else has already invented pizza. Oh, it's a basket. That's what you call fresh food.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Virius. She bit me in the face.
Someone bit you in the
Look on
face?
the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ice blue eyes narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into claws, held at the ready.
I like having a narrator voice like that, actually, rather than just the characters talking. That's cool. I like that. She's selling stuff. She's in a cage and she's got stuff to sell. Okay. I mean you no harm, stranger. I only wonder who you are.
Her brow knits together, but something in her pose relaxes. She clears her throat. I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the Screech woman. She only startled me.
The Screech woman?
And you are a source hunter. I have heard many tales of your order. Your history is long and honorable.
How did you end up in this cage?
This woman here, the one who now plots her revenge, she crept behind me while I was hunting, and I only defended myself. I would not hurt an innocent Screech woman on purpose.
Screech woman. I need to know what this relates to. Sacred Sage, welcome back. How are you?
But soon their swords were upon me, and they forced me into this cage meant for dogs. Mother would rip the fur from her chest if she could see how to keep me.
Mother would rip the fur from her chest. That's a very bold-sounding lady. I don't want to meet your mother. Okay, what's the story here?
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
A curious situation you've got here. Is the woman in this cage under arrest?
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal.
Do tell more.
We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls.
Okay. Normally, if a lady's crouching behind a tree, we don't go and pry. You know, we just give her a minute.
I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
I mean, there's no public toilets around here, so I would have... Never mind, anyway.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
That sounds nasty.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
And what will become of this admittedly strange stranger?
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
Why not? Perhaps it'd be worth taking the stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
It's quite strange that you choose both responses, because it's unlikely I'm going to sit here having an argument with myself over whether I want to take this person. But I guess if you were playing co-op, does player 2 control character 2? I haven't tried co-op in this yet.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach.
Okay, we've got player 3. Bear Daughter. She's got treat poisoning. She looks like another ranger type of character. She has no bow, so I'm going to have to give her a bow. She's not having mine. Have I got anything? Actually, I don't have to. I can give her a stick. She can have a stick. There you go. She's armed. Armed and dangerous. What else? Do we know anything about her skills? She's got some bare-dotted garments. I know what people are thinking. They're thinking, what would she look like if I took all the clothes off her? Well, just behave. Just behave, chat. It's for roleplay purposes too? What's for roleplay purposes? Did I mention something that I've forgotten? Skills, weapons. Okay, skilled with the bow. And what the hell is a tenebrium? Or tenebrium weapons? Okay, I'm going to have to find out what they are in the game.
Sorry, sir.
Arrow recovery, bully, and stench. Stench is quite good. I think we want stench when we have like a big tanky melee character. Definitely want it on the mage. Alright, so I've given her a stick to clump people with. Can she dual wield sticks? Is the question. I don't have 2 sticks anyway.
Sorry, sir.
I thought I had 2 sticks. Maybe give her some grenades or something. Don't know. Right, move them up the list there. Like that. The way you choose for both purposes? For both persons? Is it just... if you have 2-player co-op in this, does player 2 control with that setting character? I know you can do it for roleplay purposes, but even some pretty like ardent role players, I can't imagine sitting them there arguing opposite arguments with themselves when they choose both. I guess you could, but...
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind.
She's letting slip. She doesn't seem to be human, this person. It does that for co-op? Okay, so that makes sense. Oh, it does add stat as well. You're right, Sacred Sage, because it adds to your personality traits, doesn't it? Ah, there's a reason for it. Cheers, thanks. I now see a far more valid reason if you wanted to, like, pick up particular traits on one character. Got it, thanks.
In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
There is little in our world more variable than the minds of men. It is a source of great beauty and much despair, all of it uniquely human. Or, yes, as you've noticed, we're an unpredictable species, as likely to kill as to heal. It's best to be wary of those you meet for this very reason. I'm going to go for this one. There's little in our world more variable.
Sorry, sir.
And Pan's going to say, we take each stride and prepare for either. You'll find your fellows surprise you for better and for worse in equal parts, fair daughter. Uniquely human, I wouldn't go quite that far. The savagery of humans is no better than that of the basest beast. Let's mix it up a bit.
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me, even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind.
Okay, question to those in the know. Do those traits you pick up, those character traits, personality traits from those discussions, do they cause conflict within the party if you get people with like opposing traits that don't marry up? So, like Baldur's Gate, you got people with different alignments that did not get on with other characters. They do? Right, thanks. I'm just going to keep everyone on the same thing. I am not interested in arguing with myself against myself. What have we got here? We've got... Is this the Legion headquarters? Okay, we've come to the right place then. Should we have gone to the inn first? I've kind of come all the way around the outside. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe it won't matter. Is this like a drill sergeant?
Good luck with these Sicilian, Source Hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them.
He's got a Walk in the Shadows skill book for the scoundrel. Oh, that's what scoundrel skills are. Okay. I don't really plan on using that. A regeneration scroll. Oh, that's quite nice. Well, that's worth having because I don't have a huge amount of healing. I'll have that. Don't think I've got much I can offer in exchange. So let's just pay for it. Oh, they will flat out leave the group? Okay, and there's boundaries with characters. So if you choose something that the character detests, you don't get a choice on their remark. Ah, okay. Alright, I've got to be careful with what I'm selecting there. Just walked past the headquarters. That's the gate out.
Back to Seal Hunter. The Legion greets you.
We're going to do a complete tour of the... Oh, that's pretty down there.
Cruel fortune.
Who said that? Oh, who's this guy? Hop, hop,
One
stop.
coin or two, noble spirit? One coin or two?
Not selling anything. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I am a happy man, and certainly a humble one now. It turns out losing it all has its own share of benefits.
Alright, catch you later. How did you lose it all?
A fool once was I, and ever seeking greater satisfaction than that which I already enjoyed. In my folly, I sought the counsel of those notorious Watcher statues on the western cliffs. Their guidance ruined any small fortune I might have had, but certainly granted me humility.
Tell me more about these statues.
I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools advice to the fools who sought them, but somehow I believed that I was the exception.
Well, if you're going to listen to the advice that a statue gives you, kind of deserve what you get.
They told me that I would find fame and renown if I renounced my worldly possessions, all my worldly possessions, and became a great figure of piety and humility.
Yeah, how's that working out for you, buddy?
Fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt no elevation, no piety, only the sudden weight of my own idiocy upon my very soul.
You don't say. Okay. So the guy burnt his own house down to get rid of all his possessions, and then wonders why he doesn't feel morally uplifted. At least he's got these crates, eh? With a frost grenade. That's lucky as that. Tell you what, let's give my grenades to
a coin.
This lady here, Bear Daughter. Oh, I thought I dropped it then. Chuck him in there, and we'll put him on her skill bar, I think. She's a bit lacking in... Those different... Oh, they are different. In other things, Boulder Bash. Scrolls. She might as well have these. Until I find her some weapons. Never take good advice for granted.
Can you spare a coin?
Okay, so we've got a quest there.
Those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader, did they?
Absurd. Since when is poverty a prerequisite of spirituality?
Absurd. Since when is poverty a prerequisite of spirituality?
Right. I'm not going to throw my things on a pyre in the hope that the stench of my burning trousers will please an ill-defined spirit.
That does sound like something Pan would say, I think. Materialistic, +1, yes, well, okay. But you can't possibly agree with throwing things on a fire. That's just stupid. Who's Cedric?
You there! Sit! Stay a while. Right in front. I'll excite you. I'll delight you. I'll beguile you. I'll besmile you. I'm Cedric the Sensational, and I'm playing to an empty audience.
I do like the way that you can trade with any, or nearly any NPC that you find. I like that. That's, and they hold sort of item relevance, or relevant items. I think that's a cool touch in this.
Don't pity me. No, sir. Just a few years ago, I was the all-singing, all-dancing, all-sensational darling of the town. People came from far and wide just to witness my amazing act.
Oh, act.
When Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Now, have you seen it? A talking head. I never expected a silly gimmick like that to be my main competition.
A talking head, you say?
It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of skill, sleight of hand, feats of wit, and pure entertainment. This curio is ruining what used to be an art. And even when there's no crowd to speak of, old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. Sure as the sun sets, that one devotee attracts 5 more, and those 5 more all curious about the commotion. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent contained between his hat and his boots than I've in my crusty handkerchief.
I don't want to know how your handkerchief got crusty. I guess we're going to look up Reginald. Where are all these cows? I hear loads of cows, but I don't see any. Oh, is this Reginald? I think we're straight onto this. Who's this? Katerina the Fair.
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katerina's Fair, a veritable summer home for troubled minds. Won't you take a seat and let our esteemed entertainers whisk you off to a better place?
What's she selling? Crap.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
Have I walked into a fair here?
I'm Katerina the Fair, fairest first lady of the fair, of course. I do love making the acquaintance of my patrons, and who knows which of them might become one of my performers.
That'll be a yes then.
I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file of the audience.
An open stage, you say? And what if I were interested in putting on a performance?
The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Marvelous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to bloom. But I support players, not writers, you see. If you want to perform here, you'll have to find tried and true material. Check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a Source Hunters take on one of the old standards.
Okay, I'll take my leave. Did I update the log? It didn't. I guess we go and find the script for a play then. I'm not going through any more of this just yet. This is a... Is this Reginald here? Stage Master Chaucer. It is not. Okay, let's move on a little bit. We should head into the middle of town. See if we can find some work for those sailors. Do one quest at least. And there's like a big main quest I'm supposed to be doing. Can I do anything with these chickens? Oh, there's a market over there. We'll head that way in a second. Ooh, lootage. Lootage. A wooden log. Ready to be whittled into something more remarkable in your hands. I don't think I'm that interested. A water arrow. I don't think I'm that interested in crafting or whittling logs into something else. Can we get through here? Ah, there's the cow. We need a bucket to get water out of there, don't we? No, don't put the beer down the well. That would be a terrible waste. We need to find an oven somewhere. That's locked. That's locked. That's Evelyn's house? Do these doors have... No, that's just a door. But that one's called Evelyn's house, so that one's worthy of... Is it worth me putting a note on there? Because I'll want to know that later. I'm going to guarantee it. I'm going to want to know that later. Actually, I should probably put Evelyn's house. Can I? Yes. So otherwise, I think that's where I've got to go to find her. And she's clearly not in. Nice that the map system lets you put stuff like that in. Can we get a drink? Let's just change her skills over. Let's put these smoke grenades. Unlikely to use them, I know. And smoke screen. Oh, that's a smoke screen arrowhead. It looks like she can use that without a bow. Oh no, it's just the arrow head. I need to actually craft it. So where are we? There's stuff over there. I thought this was the centre. Oh, it is. No, it's not. It must be over here that we need to go to. Nice. I feel like we've been around town now, so we've got an idea of where everything is.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Of course. The only one pinching fish around here is me.
Halibut,
Robin.
sheep's cheese. Borrow indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear.
Are you in the habit of stealing?
I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose steal.
Technically, if you go up to someone and say, do you mind if I steal that fish? Is it still stealing? I guess if they say, yes, I do mind, and you take it anyway, then it's still stealing. But that's kind of... that's robbery? What's that mean? We'll have a look at that. Oh yeah, Pan's got a skill point to spend.
Oh, my story's tired by now. I was happy enough, prosperous enough, before these lean times around Sicil began. Still, that doesn't waive a man's need to eat, you know.
This is going to be interesting.
So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
I like the voice acting here. That merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
That merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
Yes, you know what they say about... Oh.
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a fish. This man should learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another rumbling belly. Never fed a hungry man, you know.
That thief is free for now, but I wonder how long it'll be until his growling belly seduces him back onto the crooked path.
The thing is, though, I mean, he was asking if he should steal one. There's a difference between stealing one and asking for help and charity if you're starving, isn't there? So, that's a strange situation. She sells a chicken foot. She's a fish merchant who doesn't sell any fish. Okay.
Thank you for making that would-be thief see reason. I only hope your instruction lasts. The last thing the plagued people of Sicil need is a thief among them.
I'll take my leave. We'll check out these stalls. Calvania.